What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only world battle with the health and plagues mod. Although the health and plagues aren't too important anymore, all everyone wants to know about is who's going to win. Now we're on turn 375. I said explicitly before that we would go to 400. I would do a top 10, and then off camera I would just skip it through to 450 and show you any changes that happen. That's the usual thing because it just takes too long at that point. But the next two videos, this one and the next one, I'm going to try to get to 400. So this one we're going to try and get to turn 488 or 89. And so it might be like more of a half an hour video than a 25-minute video. But I'm sure you guys will be fine with that. Of course you will. But the two big things going on at the moment are Vietnam are about... Actually, there's two big things. Two cities that are immediately going to be interesting, and then there's obviously the Iroquois-Texan War and Brazil and Argentina, which is about to really get into the main sort of nitty-gritty stuff. But Vietnam, I think, are attacking this. I'm 95% sure they are about to take it. So after all that attempts from the Congo, they never held on. It does look like Vietnam will be adding another city in the Arabian Peninsula to their portfolio of cities, and Japan looks like they're finally going to get the job done. Job done. I pronounced that really weird the first time. Job done. And to take away a bit of, I guess, like, I don't know, maybe not. It's a bit high. Like, it's not really San Francisco, I guess. I don't know what this city is. It can be whatever it wants. But is it like Seattle? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a bit too south. But whatever. Japan are going to take it. Clatsop. There you go. That's what it's called. The Aztecs obviously died to Texas, which means they are going to be sending a lot more to the front lines with the Iroquois, who seem to be struggling. I mean, they've got this city to no health but no melee units. It's not going well for the Iroquois. And with Texan reinforcements coming now, which are at a higher tech level, it may be the end for the Iroquois. Brazil just entered the atomic era, which is a shame because they're probably about to die. But obviously, 4 civs so far with Manhattan projects. We obviously know Texas and Vietnam both have atomic bombs. Vietnam is actually here in the Persian Gulf. Texas is in this city. Texas being very brave. Obviously, it's a threat to the Iroquois. Don't come for this city. You see them now going for this city instead. Poland can build it. They haven't built one yet. Actually, did I say that before? And they had. Yeah, Poland have got one. And Russia were the 4th civ to get the Manhattan project. A bit of a surprise, but I guess they just focused on getting that because that's what Catherine wanted. So she's got that. And I don't know whether we'll see one built. I think we're going to see Russia invade the Huns at some point before the end of the campaign. But then again, I think that does depend on whether Poland have a war with Germany or Greece, which maybe takes the pressure off Russia from the west. But who knows what's going to happen. We saw Germany in the... Oh my goodness, Vietnam into the information era. I don't know if Texas are already there. But, because I don't always read these. But Texas may already be there. But yeah, Vietnam information era. And Vietnam did just grab this city. And they are going to hold on to it because they've got units here. I don't know why Vietnam wanted this. Maybe just to halt India's expansion. Because India, I did have a look at the info addicts, the little lines that show the graph that shows you how well people are doing. I didn't look at it in specifics. I just looked at score. And India and Australia are the two that are sort of just off on score, which isn't the best thing to base anything on. The India and Australia are like certainly the two that are catching the top 6 the most. And they're growing the most. But whether Vietnam are just trying to stop that is maybe what's going on here. But I don't know. Maybe they're just scared of India. But these guys seem to be friends. I mean, they've got open borders. So they're probably friendly. And I mean, Vietnam are probably pretty safe now. Before I was saying Hanoi was empty and India could walk in. Not anymore. Very good defense and also some submarines just around here off the Southeast Asian coast, which will make things pretty tough. And they've sort of emptied the Korean Peninsula region, but India are doing okay themselves. They've got lots of planes up here. Maybe they'll attack Mongolia one day. So Poland have 1 atomic bomb, as far as I'm aware, just the 1. I say this, and they always build more. Two atomic bombs for Poland. Vietnam, I do believe only have 1. I don't know where it is now. Oh, it's over there. 1. I don't see any more, unless there's one here. No, just a fighter. So yeah, it does seem like Vietnam only have 1. So Poland is the 2nd strongest nuclear power in the game at the moment. That's kind of weird. Would have thought Vietnam would have been more ahead. But yeah, Poland with 2 nukes. That's bad news for Rome, because Rome are still very far behind Poland technologically. and haven't yet seen the benefits from. They have a super carrier. It's this. Whoa, what was that? Look at that. There's the weird little graphic error there. But that is the coolest carrier ever. They've also, Rome have got the coolest carriers, by the way. The red mod pack, most people's look kind of boring. I don't know if they're the vanilla ones or whatever, but the India had one, it kind of sucked. Look at Vietnam's. Vietnam's looks okay. It's got those nice green lines on it, but I don't know, India had one, it looked just really bland. Maybe, oh yeah, it was up here, like, it's kind of bland, but Rome, credit to them, they've got some cool looking ones, some warning stripes on the front, they've got a super carrier there. But yeah, Rome not yet experiencing the benefits of all these cities they took from Spain. I think they could do with taking Madrid. I think we overestimated Spain at the time, but they did settle here, so good job, Spain. But yeah, Rome are, I don't know what Rome are doing. Maybe they're just choosing not to build more advanced units as they could. Maybe that's just their choice at the moment. Don't know why they'd choose to do that when Poland are very strong, and they border Poland, only slightly, but they do. I think that's why maybe Germany's still alive. I think they may be friendly, but they are friendly with Rome, so maybe, and they're friendly with Poland. Never mind. Germany have managed to make friends with both of them. It's going to keep them alive, but 28 population Berlin. I'm sure Poland could do with that. Of course, positions in the top 10. Going to be decided through what happens in the next 24 turns. So, you got to get something in. In terms of, I think we know 6 civs that are going to be in there. Although, only one of those top 6, I would say, that we've been talking about all game could completely capitulate. But I think they'll be fine. I think the Iroquois will live. I mean, Texas are coming now with more units, but I think the Iroquois will survive. I don't see Texas taking all of this. That would be insane. I mean, the Iroquois still have a lot of units around this city to defend with. Although they are starting to struggle. The Texan Navy is now off the east coast of Washington. Obviously up here there's still a lot of artillery which will be helping. But again, Texas has planes which were starting to make their way over now that they've finished with the Aztecs. If Japan, please stop going for this city. Just get this one taken first, because you're not having the best of games, I'm going to be honest. Didn't even check. Argentina are yet to start the siege of any of these cities, which is a shame. Because I'm sure everyone wants to see something. What are the Songhai doing over here? What are you doing over here, Songhai? Take it they're in a war with the Incans. That's what's going on. Surprised. Wait, what is up? The Mayans are actually taking their advantage now. They're taking advantage of the Texan-Iroquois War, and they're going after this Iroquois Venezuela. If the Mayans take this, that'd be impressive, because they are basically Mexico and Latin America now. Australia control a bit of it as well. They've got to represent Mexico, since the Aztecs completely crushed by Texas, who still have so many more units coming. Maybe, yeah, the Aztecs are the only one in the current top 6 that I think may not finish in the top 10 if they really get destroyed heavily. In terms of who I think is going to be in the top 10, other than the top 6, I think the Songhai may be in there if they survive from the Congo for the next few videos. Poland, why? Just declare an actual war, do something. Australia are probably going to be in there somewhere. Argentina, if they have some success here, could well sneak in. Brazil may be in at the moment, but whether they'll stay there, I don't think so. Other people, I think Britain they tend to like slip in like 10th spot for whatever reason. I don't think they will this time though. Again, Germany won't be there. India will be probably in the top 10, I feel. Maybe. What's that? That's India. So I think there's the top 6 if the Iroquois don't die. So 7, 8, 9 and 10. So 4 more spots I think will go Australia, India, Russia and Argentina. I think that's how things are looking at the moment. But anything can happen. 23 turns is a long time. Yeah, and then they'll have the Texas, Iroquois, Rome, Poland, Vietnam and Congo in the top 6. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe probably not Britain. Britain will probably come like 11th. But also, maybe look out for anyone. I don't think any of the top civs founded a religion themselves, did they? But I was going to say, religion can sometimes help out. But Poland v Brazil, there was no point in that war, really, from Poland. Poland v Germany is what I would like to see. That's where we're going to see some real combat. Poland v Greece would be okay, but it's just tough because the Black Sea's in the way. Although Poland have got a strong navy in the Black Sea, they might have more success now at taking Argos. Obviously, I want to see Russia v the Huns, hopefully. That will be a good one to see. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So, what is going to go on? What is going to happen? Korea, are you going to do anything? You're just going to sit here and hide away? Which is probably a good idea for you to survive. Just hide away. Vietnam doing any... Vietnam keep invading Assyria. That'd be pretty brave. The Songhai are going to keep invading Assyria. However, wait. Did I... No, I didn't miss the Songhai. India, Russia, Australia. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe not Argentina. Or okay, yeah, I forgot the Songhai when I said that top 10. I don't know. Songhai... I think Australia and India will be in it. Whether Russia should squeeze in on science, maybe. But the Songhai and Argentina, I don't know. One of those two might miss out. Are you doing anything yet, Argentina? No, Argentina just lack planes. They lack an air force. They did obviously take this island at some point. When was that? That must have been last video. Oh my goodness, Japan. If you mess this up, please. Everyone's rooting for you, Japan. I know in the comments everyone's getting annoyed with Japan. But it seems like this is finally it. You can finally have your celebration. Whether they'll make it, I think Texas will probably let them live. They've not been too bothered in pushing past the mountains. Although they did take Chinook. But other than that, they haven't been. Yep, Boston is into the red. So I feel we're going to see Boston as the first city to fall between... Although this paratrooper is probably going to take this city, and then Texas will probably take it back again. Although the Iroquois' turn has been, so I'm not sure. But yeah, Texas look like they are going to start to push with us. There's a lot of Iroquois units around here. I think they're going to make some progress, probably take Boston and Washington, and then it may slow down for Texas. And that will be what the Iroquois need. They need to get a peace deal nice and soon to be able to survive, get into that top 10. It's all about being in that top 10 now. Health and plagues don't really mean anything anymore. I think there was one and it lasted like 5 turns. The last health and plague, the plague, whatever it was. The Songhai have done pretty well getting their units across the sea. This one tile, which is impressive because normally the AI sucks. I don't think they'll be able to grab the city just yet. Might see Greece jump in as Assyria continued to crumble. They're down to just 2 cities now. Yeah, we may see Greece jump in actually. Finally, seeing Greece do something. Something just happened. Oh yeah, okay, so Texas did take Boston. So there we go. The first city to fall. And New York, the biggest Iroquois city. Ironically, obviously it's not their capital. But Washington is also the second biggest here. These two, joint with this one. Joint with this one over here. But yeah, so this is going to see Washington fall. I think the Iroquois are really going to fight hard with all these units to defend New York. I don't think they want to lose New York at all costs. I think they want to hold on to that. Maybe my 2-turn promise was a bit out there because it's taking a long time. This is obviously every turn it takes a little bit longer, fraction of a second or whatever long. Oh my goodness, look, they really wanted this lake, the Iroquois. It's a really good defensive position, but Texas are bypassing that. What's going to happen? Greece are trying to embargo Persia. We've got some historic rivalries going on here between the Greeks and the Persians. I think the Greeks would win that war, although Greece seems to have oh no, they are upgrading some units to Great War Infantry slowly now. And they've got planes obviously, but Persia have done well to still be alive. I mean, they survived the Congo for a long time. We'll probably see Vietnam try to take them out in a minute. Or India actually may be lining up to do it themselves. We just saw a lot of units move westwards. Even though there's trade deals, I don't know how much, if I was India, I would trust the Vietnamese here, because this is big. Oh, yep, the Iroquois. So, okay, so it's the Iroquois taking this city. It's not as useful. Maybe the Iroquois will hold on to it, I don't know, but I think Texas will take it back. So what are these Texan units doing? They're trying to take this city, which took the Iroquois like 100 years. But the Sioux are just sat here thinking, thank goodness for this. We've got a great wall, not really keeping us safe because Texas could just it doesn't matter, Texas have got dynamite, but the Sioux are in a pretty good spot to survive till the end of the game, if they're friends with Texas. I mean, the Iroquois aren't going to take them out anytime soon anyway. Is there any other big things? What is this frigate doing? How is it not? I think this is the turn. I really do think this is the turn, because they'll attack with the ironclad. Probably this cannon. Actually, the cannon probably can't see, but the Gatling gun. Then they'll attack with the rifleman and the ironclad, which means they should grab it. I don't think they'll take any more, because it's not coastal. It'll be too tough. The Chinook will live. This is a really cool looking city, by the way. Just over this little bit here. Very, very cool. Shame Texas have blocked it off. Don't forget the Aztecs are still alive. For anyone who's fond of the Aztecs, out in Hawaii, and down here in Micronesia. And look at this from Britain. Going for that late game colonization from Great Britain. Don't know how they managed to get that settler out. This has been the biggest letdown in the history of letdowns. Argentina have let me down. I mean, maybe some of you wanted to see Brazil hold on, so I'm not gonna criticize that much. But yeah, I'm sure some of you are feeling a bit annoyed about this. Oh, something just happened. Oh, Japan finally got the job done. But there we go. Britain have North New Zealand. Australia doing anything? They're a bit overstretched at the moment, I presume, because they are trying to reinforce up here. Look at Indonesia. They'll be more than safe, I feel, for the next 21 turns. Come on, Congo. Are you going to do anything? Are you going to take... Okay, he doesn't want me to... Okay, he wants me to go this way around. Nope. Nope. Stop. I'm not sure whether we're going to see the Congo live till the end. Yeah, we are. What am I on about? What am I saying? I'm not sure we're going to see the Congo do anything. I think they're happy. Look at this. They came so close to the Zulu and they failed. It's a shame. So the Congo could either take out the Zulu and Rhodesia to try and maybe win. I don't think that'd be enough. They have to fight the Songhai to win. Look at the Songhai's army. It's miles away. Okay, so Persia's been embargoed. Oh, why do I have to do this all the time? Spain and Persia and the Huns have all been embargoed. Poor guys. Poor Sid. I'm surprised I've not been embargoed. I just keep proposing that we unembargo city-states. I mean, everyone's probably getting a bit annoyed. And since I've been in like a 4,000-year war with the Huns, people would think that that this poor Ottoman submarine would get embargoed. Hopefully I won't have to move it by the end of the campaign. That would be ideal. Come on, little German caravels. You better leave soon, because I don't think you know what's coming for you. You're going to witness some horrors untold if you don't get out of there. Oh, I thought Brazil had already peaced out with Argentina. Boston. Oh my goodness, the Iroquois took it back. I don't know how. They're going to lose it again, but it's pretty impressive. They didn't take this one back just yet. The Iroquois peaced out with the Mayans, and the Mayans didn't take this. Neither did Brazil. And I don't think anyone's going to win. I think everyone wanted to see Argentina v Brazil. I think it's going to end in a stalemate. Yep. That's going to be it. It's just going to be both of them ruining each other's chances. So now I think, yeah, the Songhai definitely, and Russia. Even Russia is going to beat Argentina. How do you feel, Argentina? Yeah, I feel like Russia's going to win. I can't wait to see if Russia gets a nuke. I wonder if they'll use it on Poland and just go for broke. Try and destroy the Polish nukes and just go for it. It'd be pretty impressive. I doubt they would do it though. Come on, Greece. This is your chance to do so. And Greece have been the least aggressive civ of anyone. I think they attacked Poland twice really early in the campaign. Failed twice. And I mean, other than that, they've settled 4 cities, Greece. And they still have all four of them. Actually, I say that. They did take one in a peace deal from Nigeria that I always forget about. It's kind of like a holiday destination. You got the Vietnamese soldiers having their coastal party. You got Brazil's unique units coming. Probably doing some training in the Greek jungle, because all their jungle's been deforested. Actually, fair play to Greece. You know what? On the conserving of nature side of the game, they've kept this jungle alive. That's good. Has anyone else kept their jungles alive? Congo shot down almost all of their jungle. That's a shame. There's not really any more jungle. There's a bit out here, but yeah, Congo's chopped most of it down. Boston fell to Texas again. But there's still a bit here, sort of towards Panama and all the other small countries that are here. Most of the Amazon is now just in small segments. That's so sad. Argentina and Brazil both chopping it down. Yeah, so there's that bit off Greece, which I think is the largest sort of unique section of rainforest. There may be some more out here towards Indonesia, although there's a little bit here. Indonesia have kept theirs. It's quite nice of them. Of Vietnam, I'm just trying to guess for my geography where the rainforests are. Some here, normally, yeah, I don't think there's any more rainforest heavy areas in the world. Southeast Asia is probably it. The islands, Australia, I think Australia has like a little bit, but other than that, not very much compared to like the desert. Yeah, that seems like it's it. Also, look how many planes Australia have got. And Australia with destroyers, and they look pretty cool as well. Looking pretty good. So we're 7 turns off. We've only done 6 turns. We're not even halfway through what I wanted to get done. Maybe I made a misjudgment in my promises, but I will try. I will try. Maybe we'll have a really long episode today. Who knows what I'll decide to do in 4 minutes time. So Japan did finally take this city. I didn't show you that. I was looking elsewhere. So that's good. Are they going to keep pushing? They look like they're going to try. Fair play to them. I don't think it's going to go very well. I'm just going to grab a drink. Sorry. There we go. It's better. My voice just gets very dry sometimes. I've already recorded 3 EU4 videos earlier as well, so that doesn't help. But, there we go. But then, these videos are just really, really long. At times. But they are better. I think they're cooler longer. And obviously it makes up for me uploading them less. And you can get more done, because the processing times. Normally I stop when a turn ends, so sometimes I'd either stop really short or really long. Like, it will either be a 22 or 28 minute video, depending on when the last turn is normally. That's what I'm trying to put across. The Huns seem like they're going to live for the next 19 turns. Whether all of them will make it, come on Russia. Aggressive and expansive AI, domination only. You must be thinking about pushing in. You haven't done anything all game. They started really well, didn't they, Russia, if I remember, and then Poland ate them up. And I don't think the Huns actually took anything from them, but the Huns obviously... Someone killed the Khazar, and the Huns are now in possession of this city. It's changed hands a few times. Assyria are actually being pushed out of this sort of Nineveh, which is sort of in the Israel kind of region. If the Songhai get hold of this, that'll be quite interesting, as it will leave Assyria with 1 city next to Persia, with just 1 city. So there'll be 2 big, not one big, one medium, and 1 small city in the Middle East still available. Kind of Iran and I don't know, Iraq, sort of biggest country I can think of. Obviously, there's no Turkey. But Greece have sort of filled in and taken over most of Turkey, and Syria's got the other half. Oh, yep, okay, so there we go. So progress really being made by Texas now. Washington has fallen into the Texans' hands, although they bypassed a lot of these units, so it may fall back again. How? And New York is also probably going to fall to Texas next term, but that's probably where this tile's going to go. Probably. I don't know. Also, Texas seem like they are finally going to take this back as well, because the melee units are pretty much all dead, mostly. They're all just sitting in the lakes in their boats. It's not going to go well, especially if Texas just started bombing the units that are in the lake. That would be very effective. Japan may get this done. Don't know how they got this city down so low in 1 turn, but maybe they will get something done. But yeah, I feel like New York's going to fall. Don't know whether the Iroquois will be able to hold on to their capital. I don't know why all their military are defending these cities up in the wilderness of northern Canada, but that's obviously the land that means a lot of. I think Rome. These 2 peaced out, didn't they? Rome and Iroquois peaced out a while ago, but obviously that's why these cities are damaged. Britain are still here. Rome seems to be making a bit of progress, but probably not going to be very much by the end of the game. They could do with taking Madrid or Paris before the end, but although they are building up quite a lot up here in sort of Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, maybe probably definitely feeling the Polish threat, especially now they have atomic bombs. Two still. Russia yet to have one. Spain and Germany pieced out, the two minors in Europe. Up the Iroquois did take Washington back, but Texas's turn is yet to come, so I think we might see Texas take 2 cities next turn. And also no fallout just yet, so Texas holding the urge. I don't even know where they're in Houston, I think. Yeah, 4 atomic bombs in Houston. People of Florida, how do you feel about that? But yeah, Texas remaining relatively quiet. Look at this from the mines. They're still trying. I mean, when one Texan submarine sinks all of them, it'll be quite sad, but jeez, everyone was expecting. So maybe this is what you wanted to see. Maybe you just wanted to see 2 equally powerful nations fight each other, but Argentina have been done in here. They've not had any success. I mean, they haven't sent half their units over, but that's their fault. Maybe it's just, I think Argentina have just been unlucky. They finally got in a position to do it, and Brazil had their unique units at that time, which obviously fight better if Brazil are happy, I think. I'm pretty sure I played as Brazil once. Would like, ooh, it's an idea. It gave me an idea for a new series. Because after this series, I've got no idea what I'm going to do. I want to go back to Civ 6, but I know there's new Civs coming out. And the last few times there's been new Civs. I haven't been ready to start a new series. So I kind of want to lay off Civ 6 until the new Civs come out, so I can play as one of those at the time. Because, you know, there may be a few more views in that. But, a few more new people, new subscribers. Oh, maybe Argentina will take this city, actually. That might be a better idea anyway. Washington just fell back. New York nearly did, but didn't quite. And they haven't taken this back yet. But yeah, so maybe I will go back to a Civ 5 TSL. It would be interesting. I'll probably use a similar sort of start to this campaign, to this AI campaign, except I'll obviously be playing. I would probably, if I was to balance it more, I would stick like a Siam or someone here near Vietnam. The Champa is a good mod. Where else would I need to balance? I would probably take another Civ out of the Middle East. I know it was all right. There was only a few here, like Persia, Assyria, Saudi Arabia, but probably just Arabia. Get rid of Arabia. Europe's been okay. 2 powers arising out of Europe. Maybe I ought to put one more in Europe, actually. Obviously, France died. Everyone else who started in Europe, the Khazar died too. Ooh, what was that? That was a weird moment. Maybe I'll put the Goths in, or something like that, if I was to do it again. But then, who would I take out? I don't know. I think I'd have to get rid of one of Zulu and Rhodesia. They do cancel each other out. Obviously, the main aim. The thing is, if I don't put Rhodesia in, the Zulu or Congo, one is always going to be a power. And I think if you put them both in, the Congo are kind of guaranteed that power, which kind of sucks. But it's kind of like, it's what do you do? I mean, the problem is Rhodesia spawn right here and give the Zulu a tough time. I remember the Boya mod. Obviously, I had some bad experiences with them. If you remember the old campaign, I started exploring, I think it was the America campaign. I started exploring this Russian region, and the Boya were there, and for whatever reason, they were basically Russia, which was kind of weird. Although Russia were really strong as well. It was like them here, and then the Boya were here. It was kind of weird. But obviously they spawned a bit more north, I feel. But I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'd say get rid of the Congo and just have the Zulu, and then hopefully Nigeria and Ethiopia would expand enough for it not to matter. But I don't know, it's kind of, I don't want to play God too much, obviously. I just want to keep it fairly balanced. That's what I usually aim to do. South America, if I was to play there, I mean, Chile, I'd keep. The Incans, I'd keep. Argentina, Brazil. I don't think, I have one more mod for South America, but they spawn here, currently installed. But I could obviously get some more, maybe. Problem is, loads of mods just don't work for me. I don't get it. I mean, I could look it up and find out why, but a lot of mods don't work for me. I'm going to try and get to turn 388 anyway. It might take a while, but we're going to do it anyway. It's going to be like a 38-minute video, but you guys aren't going to mind that. I mean, that'll make up for like the next 2 episodes, both being, after these 2, this one and the next 2 episodes will both be like 10 minutes long anyway, because it's the top 10, which is never very long. And then the next video will just be me flying around the map, showing if anything big has changed, if we've had any nuclear wars. Oh, go on, Japan. Japan is finally coming into their shell, invading California. This is kind of like LA, I guess, of this game, except it's more inland and it's still in the Stone Age. But kind of, I guess. Obviously, I guess Chinook is kind of like the West Coast major city because Texas are kind of the USA of the game. The Iroquois are sort of a Canada on steroids, but still can't match the USA. So yeah, Texas kind of our USA, and there we go. New York, the Iroquois' biggest city, not the capital, the former obviously US city, has now fallen into Texan hands. There's a lot of Iroquois units here though, so I don't know how this is going to get. How much of the Great Lakes region are they going to get? Again, I'm not too sure, but all of it. So Texas would be able to really close in on the Sioux if they wanted to as well, and they're really closing up the Iroquois, who are now more like Canada. They're not really Canada on steroids. They're just Canada now. I mean, they've got an okay army still, but Texas really starting to push up now. And now control all of the US, Western Canada, or almost all of the US. Sorry, my bad, I forgot about that bit. And most of all of Mexico, basically. No, what? Wait, Mexico is actually really big on this map, because it starts like here, and then cuts down here, by like along this rip-rap, it like cuts down, hang on. So it comes sort of above this bit, probably like along this mountain and then along the river, sort of, and then it comes all the way down, but then it comes to about here, I feel, because it's got the Yucatan Peninsula in it, so I feel it comes down to about there. Atomic bombs still being moved around. Don't know how many there are now. Outbreak of cholera strikes Rio. That might not help Brazil in holding off, but it seems like Sao Paulo is going to be the first city to go. 17 population, it's not a bad city to take, it's not. Also, Rio is already starting to die anyway, so 23 kind of sucks. Yeah, so let me know if you'd like to see a campaign where I do a TSL Civ 5 in South America. There's no confirmation on what Civ I would play as. I think there's also a Colombia mod that I could put in as well to make it more interesting. But yeah, I would be up for that. I know there's lots of other suggestions for Civ 5 TSLs, but I'm trying to visit every continent with the Civ 5 TSLs. I've done Afghanistan, which was around here on a much bigger map. Back when I first started, kind of a bad series. I watch it and feel embarrassed. Who else have I played at? I played as Iroquois recaptured New York and Washington, but that won't last forever. I haven't done Europe either, so Europe again, let me know if there's someone in Europe you'd like to see. I did Byzantium actually, but again, that was a long time ago, and that was done really weirdly. I only had like 20 civs in the whole game. So, yeah, Europe, maybe. North America, I did the USA and the Aztecs, so I'm not going to go there again. Actually, that's maybe, the Aztecs are kind of pushing me off South America too. Maybe we'll go for Europe. Let me know. Europe, who would you like to see me play as TSL in Europe? I did Africa. I did the Congo, didn't I? And I was one of the only people that could mess up playing as Congo. Although, to be fair, I was on one of my highest ever difficulties that I played as. Ever, because I think America was on King. Like, if you didn't know this, if you're new to the channel, which I'm sure a lot of people are, I kind of suck at the game. I do the AIs, but I'm not actually that great at playing. So I think difficulty 5 King was what I played as in that USA series. Before that, I always played Prince, and then I think for the Congo one, I went up to Emperor and Rhodesia. Kind of were one of the strongest civs in the world. Although I did live nearly. Then Civ 6 came out and spared me from being killed off completely by Rhodesians. But Vietnam are still alive and have an atomic bomb in Mecca, so they're policing the Middle East, I guess. And it does look like Songhai are going to take Nineveh, which will leave Assyria down to one city, and kind of close off the borders for Greece to do anything. I should be looking at this. Let's see. And yep, Texas took them back again. This is just going to be death after death after death for the... I mean, I don't know why the Texan Navy is all still in the Gulf of Mexico. It should be out here killing these Iroquois boats. But they don't want to do that for whatever reason. They're just having none of that. It's taken us 35 minutes to get through 10 turns. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to try. I'm going to go to 40 minutes. And then wherever we are there, I'm just going to have to stop. But yeah, I'll try. And then next episode, we'll probably go a bit further to get to 400. Jeez, it's been 34 minutes. That's kind of insane. How have Texas not... Okay, the helicopters can do this, can't they? Pretty sure they can. But maybe I'm wrong. Texas have made... making substantial progress now. That looks like they will hold on to New York this time. They've just got so many units out here. Washington's probably going to fall again, at least once. Actually, this infantry may take a shortcut into Boston, and just to get in the way, make life difficult. Rome, I thought they lost this. They still have it. Just noticed. Oh look, Korea settled up here. Was that here when we checked on Korea earlier in the episode? I don't think so, but there we go, Korea. Filling up some more of the empty regions of the map. Obviously up here towards Alaska, which isn't actually on this map, is filling up. Sorry, Alaskans. Is there any other open areas now? There was a bit in Africa, but it's almost all gone. There's a bit of desert here, a bit here. Even the sort of desert here and northern part of the Himalayas, the Hunnic borders, Indians and Vietnam's all closing in really close. I doubt India's borders will actually touch. I think Vietnam and the Huns all close in from the sides and cut them off. And look at the Vietnamese military. It is all of a sudden being built up quite substantially in this later era. Is that Vietnam have nuclear submarines but no nukes? Oh no, one nuke. I haven't seen any nuclear missiles yet. That's probably still a way away. Oh, look at Indonesia getting their air force. Good, you go. You go, Indonesia. Oh, look, Vietnam, given the Songhai open border. Yeah, they didn't take New York back this time. As I said, I thought Washington would go. I mean, Washington will probably go back to Texas this turn. And then I think Texas will start to make progress towards the capital of the Iroquois. Luckily for the Iroquois, this city's fairly well protected by boats. Obviously, frigates aren't great. What sort of planes do Rome have? Still on great war bombers. Rome still suck. Come on, Rome. You took so much, and none of these cities have grown at all since you've taken them. And they're not even puppets, most of them, either. Oh, yep, there we go. The Songhai, really pushing on in the late game into Assyria. I think that's just them knowing that the Congo may come for them. Maybe not in the timeline of this series, but obviously they are planning to stick around for a lot longer than turn 400. So yeah, we may see Congo killed later. Maybe we won't see it, but Congo probably scared that they're going to lose all this stuff, so they're trying to find a new home. They did lose it back again, so Assyria aren't quite dead yet. The last sort of... They're still the strongest Middle Eastern native, I guess we can call them. Obviously Arabia are dead. Persia are still and have been pretty weak for a long time. And Assyria have fought hard, but it seems like this is the end of the road for them. Surprised Greece hasn't pushed in yet. I really thought we'd see Greece give it a go. Next video is going to be so long. It's taking us... We've got to get through 15 turns in the next one. We've got through 10 in this one. I could do with some smaller civs being killed off. Or like some civs like Greece losing their units. Ah, there we go. Argentina did make progress. I always miss the cool stuff. Argentina have almost ran out of units. However, they did take Sao Paulo, which gives them a bit more strength in South America. Brazil now, just a tiny eastern coastal state. And look at that. Go Japan. Japan is making some more progress into North America. It's good to see. They're probably not going to get in that top 10, Japan, but I like using this Japan mod. He hasn't been too aggressive. I thought he would have been more aggressive than regular Japan. But, I mean, at least he settled here. So that's a sign of more aggression. And he's actually pushed into the western part of North America. I think the Chinook will live. I think this city's just about safe. The Japanese are sort of out of units now. And obviously it's protected by Texas as well, but from the coast. Vietnam seem pretty safe. Just get another drink as we hit the 39-minute mark. At least on my stopwatch. That may not be what you're on, but I don't know. I am getting this series done. It's dedication. That is what it is. So let's do one more turn for this video, and then we'll try. Then we got to 387. I think, did I say 88 or 89? I don't know, but we'll be halfway there. It's going to take another 40-minute episode. It's kind of really long, but it doesn't matter. The only problem is it's going to take like a year to upload. But other than that, it's fine. As long as I upload it in like the middle of the day when I'm off school, that's fine. See if I do it at night time. I think the worst time is like, I think it's just like a Sunday night. It takes me like 3 hours to upload a 20-minute video, so I never do it, but it's ridiculous. But normally it will be minimum of it'll be the length of the video is like the quickest it'll ever upload, and that's normally on like a weekday. If I'm not in school, I'm at home, I'll do it then. I could probably do it like really late at night, but I'm asleep. And sorry if you can hear those loud noises. There's a rubbish truck outside collecting stuff, collecting the recycling. Look at the Congo Navy. Dang, it's insane. It's not Congo, it's Songo. This is where they go to sing. Carthage has denounced Great Britain. Carthage? Oh, this boat. These people have just decided to renounce the land. They're just sailing between the Roman and Greek navies, which are both still very old-fashioned, to be fair. Australia just here in the Mediterranean, can't escape. Come Poland, let's make this last video interesting for me. Oh, come on. Surely Berlin must be looking tasty for Poland. There's no way. And Hamburg, like the ability to control the Baltic Sea again. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to, don't you? Dang. Those Roman guys look pretty cool. These got some cool... Wow, Rome actually, a lot of units up in the northern part of Italy. And Greece actually settled here. I mean, that's happened really recently. But I knew Greece were obviously had all those tiles for themselves anyway. But now they've settled there. Maybe we will get to see Rome v Greece. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to get to see though. But I am going to start my outro. Vietnam just completed the CN Tower. This, I think, the longest video on the channel, maybe. But anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed. As always, if you have, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. And I'm gonna just stall for a second, just in case any of these mods do anything crazy. But no, and Chile is last, I think. So thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, I've already said this. See you in the next one.